Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. It's a Motivational Monday, yay! And as you can tell from the sound of my voice, I am back to battling with bronchitis or walking pneumonia. I'm not sure which one it is at this point. So my voice is going in and out. So we're going to do a fairly quick one today. I wanted to go ahead and do one because I do feel like I need to work in my journal a little bit and play around a little. So I didn't want to skip it, but it'd probably be a little bit quicker than maybe we usually do. So today's quote is the quickest way through, the quickest way out is through. It helps if I get it right. The quickest way out is through. And so that kind of reminded me of like walking in a forest along a path. So I chose this picture as the background. I have already attached it to the page from the journal. If you remember last time we put the ring binders in so it was easy to take them out. This is an envelope, so maybe next time we'll put something in that flips down. We did that with a couple of the envelopes, but then a couple of the other ones we haven't done that too. So maybe next time we'll do that. But this one, I want to go ahead and use this. I thought it was a nice path through the forest, and it's like through. So the quickest way out is through. So I have some cutouts of people who are, walking along this path, maybe on their way through. And I want to audition them. I haven't made a decision yet. I just picked ones that I thought looked like they were either walking, running, going somewhere, or had kind of that pensive look on their face that says, which direction should I take? That kind of thing. So this is the first one. And these are all way out of proportion. I chose larger ones because I want to, doodle on them a little bit and outline and things like that. So something small I think would kind of get lost and it would be more about the background when I want it to be about the person. And then I think we're going to put the quote right over here. So I liked her because I really liked her outfit. I love this, just dress and these boots. So even though she's not in the midst of walking, she is definitely looking, in that direction. So I thought she was nice. She made a nice contrast. This one, I love that she's walking and that her leg is really far forward. The perspective on this is fun. So she's really, trucking along that path. And her outfit is fun because, it's all sequins and kind of glittery. And so I like this one a lot because of that. So she looks like she's striding down that path. This one is more on the plain side. But I felt like it was more of a, my inside self kind of. Although my inside self probably wears sequins and bling, but I don't know, maybe not. It's hard. These days it's hard to tell what my inside self would wear. There's an old poem by Rachel Field called My Inside Self. And it's like, my inside self and my outside self are different as can be. My outside self is very round and gingham smocks wears she. But oh, my little inside self is, has blithe and twinkling toes and basically dances on the lawn and, that kind of stuff. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I apologize for the way my voice sounds. So this one I thought it's maybe not the most exciting option, but we could definitely do some doodling on her. And she does look like she's very much focused on walking the path. This one is really fun. She's like running. And so, we'd have to kind of put her on the edge of the path there. There's some print across her boot down here, but I love this. She's like, wee, they're just running along. So I don't know that she's my favorite. She's probably on par with this one actually, just because I'm not sure she goes. This one is a little different. As you can see, she has a little scooter there, which I think is nice, and she's looking down the road. So I like that. It's like she's pulled up. It's almost like you know, a scene from a Steve McQueen movie where he's like pulled up at the top of the hill going, oh, which way should we go? You know, Magnificent Seven or something. I'm not sure which one of those movies it is, but there is a scene where he does that. Maybe The Great Escape. Anyway, so I'm definitely liking the fact that she has this scooter. I think it's fun, and I think it's a fun juxtaposition against, you know, the path through the woods. And then I have one more. I don't usually choose men, not because I dislike men, but because most of the time what they're wearing isn't as interesting as what the women are wearing. They tend to, you know, the magazines tend to have the women in much more interesting clothes and patterns and sequins and jewels and, you know, all kinds of things. So, but I thought this was fun, you know, so he's looking off into the distance. So maybe that's okay. I kind of wish he was looking the other way. But you know, that one's maybe okay. All right. So as I've sat here, I've realized that I'm not crazy about this one. It's kind of plain, and I'm not really crazy about this one where she's running it. I don't feel like it fits. He's a maybe. Let's see. Really like the bike, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I like the bike better than I like her, though. So, and I like this one because she's walking along striding. So I think that one's kind of fun. And the proportion is interesting. Although, I don't know, doing something like decorating her outfit, she's a little more flashy to start with. So maybe actually this one with the motorcycle, or this one, since we never do a guy. To me, he's just looking the wrong way. I feel like if it were a different page, if it were over here and he was looking this way and the path came this way, maybe. So, so now I'm, you know, I like that one, but now I'm torn. Do I want this one where she's walking? The quickest way out is through. Is that a better choice? Quickest way out is through. Or do I want the girl on the scooter? Gosh, I don't know. I wish I could hear you, because I'll bet you guys have a definite opinion. Scooter. I mean, the scooter's facing this way, but she's definitely looking down the road through, you know, she's looking for the way out. And she knows the way out. She's just walking there. I think maybe we're going to use the scooter. I just think that's maybe a lot of fun. I like this image. Okay, let's start by gluing her down here. I've got some catalog pages. It's that time of year. Hickory Farm starts sending everybody catalogs. So I just want to be sure I get plenty of glue on here. Hope you guys are having a good day. This is Monday number 42, believe it or not. It's hard to believe we've been doing that many Mondays. It's hard to believe that this year is almost gone. This has been quite a year. It's been a tough year for a lot of people I know. That's just sticking, including me. So, you know, but I'm thankful to be where I am, and I'm thankful to have all of you guys, because honestly, this really does, making YouTube videos every week and sending them out into the world has really kind of helped me find a little bit of a purpose in this year that has been pretty hard. This time last year, I was still teaching, and I was pretty much coming to the end of my rope. I can tell you it's been a struggle, mentally and physically in some ways. The last couple months, for sure, I've been sick. I've had bronchitis and I've had pneumonia, and so, you You guys know what that's like, I'm sure. So I'm just rubbing this down to make sure it's burnished down good with the edges, and also to rub out some of the air bubbles. A credit card works, but or gift card or something like that definitely works. But I feel like a lot of times just rubbing with a soft cloth is a little less wear and tear. When I use one of those cards, I tend to be a little aggressive and I seem to tear the picture or scrape off part of the picture, that kind of stuff. So that looks pretty good. There are some bubbles right there. Get those out. There might be lumps of glue. Not really sure. It looks like they are. Looks like it says it's coming out there. Might be a little bit of a lump of glue there. Okay, that's pretty good though. That's pretty good, I think. All right, so I brought along a couple of black and white pens. So I have a white Jelly Roll. I have a white paint pen, and this is a thinner, smaller paint pen than the big fatter one, and it was working earlier, so hopefully that works. I have a fine point felt tip in black, and then I have a fine point like roller ball. So we'll see which one is going to work the best. I think the felt tip is probably going to be the best for outlining. So I will go ahead and start that, except I picked up the roller ball. I will start that and probably cut away here so you guys don't have to, watch me outline all this stuff. Okay, I am back and I think I have the outlining done. So I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of doodling. Maybe I want to do a little in black. I don't know. Oops. Just realized that I missed the back of her leg here. Just thinking about. See, and I just messed it up, so now I'm going to have to make it thicker, but that's okay. It's all right. So I'm just thinking about some polka dots. Maybe we'll put some little black polka dots on her white shoes, since she has these nice white shoes. We could put some little black dots on the tires. A little bit back here too. Let's see. I have the white paint pen, so thought we might do some dots with that as well. That looks like it's going to work for me today, so that's good. It's just the fatter ones that I seem to have trouble with, so maybe on the bike we'll kind of I say it's going to work, but it has a cat hair on it, so that's probably not helpful. Maybe on the bike here we can kind of do some little curves. Some of that. Well, it seems like it's going to work, but then it's kind of fatter at the top than it is at the bottom. Just need to spread that paint out, I guess. But then it ends up being a thicker line. I should probably just buy a new paint pen, but I just have trouble bringing myself to buy one when it seems like this one has paint in it. I just can't seem to operate it, and then I'm worried too about if I buy a new one I won't be able to operate it either. So if
If it's user error, a new paint pen is not going to help. So keep getting cat hair on that too. Can tell my kitties have been up here playing on my table because there's a lot of cat hair up here. Maybe we'll kind of go over that outline here of part of this bike. There's just so much black, right? It just needs to not be all black. Maybe it's because it's a magazine. I don't know. I wonder if it's just because it's the slick paper. It just doesn't like that slick paper. Which is sad because that's really what I want to use it on. So I want to use it on the slick, the slick magazine paper. That's kind of what I'm after. That's okay. I mean, it's doodling. It doesn't have to be, you know, it's not high art. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it just looks kind of sketchy anyway, so, right, very sketchy lines. Something on the tires. Do a little zigzag like the tread. Right? This is just silliness. So, you know. The reason I like magazine images is because it's, you know, you're not out anything if you're silly and you mark them all up. There's, you know, there's no harm done. You haven't destroyed a great work of art or anything like that. No, you've just played with a magazine image. Okay, so let's try the Jelly Roll pen and see if that'll do something better on her dress. I'm going to turn it this way because I'm thinking you just might do some polka dots, although it doesn't really seem to be showing up particularly well, does it? Or maybe we'd have better luck with polka dots with the paint pen. Oh, those are much more opaque. That's better. We'll just go over it then. You know, all this glitz and glamour, and she's out in the woods. She definitely needs camouflage. Like, this is camouflage. I was thinking, oh, she needs camouflage, but that's not what this is. Oh, come on. Just want some stripes here on her sleeves. So It's definitely not camouflage. See, now I'm struggling with that silly pen. Come on. Maybe I need to shake it. That helped a little bit. Okay. I don't know why I continue to try to work with these pens, because really the paint pens are the only ones that are really opaque. On top of this, I have other things that I have tried, and I just never, it's just never opaque. So I really want the paint pen, you know, to work, because when it works, it's definitely the best choice, but frequently it doesn't work. I love these little fan things that are on her dress. You guys probably can't see them. The details probably are not showing up on the camera, but her dress has this kind of pleated fan coming out on the sleeves here and stuff. It's like 2 layers of fan. Right? Do a little bit there, even though it's not showing up too much. And since we did some polka dots on her dress, she's not wearing stockings, but I feel like she could be. I feel like she could have little dotted Swiss polka dot stockings on. Right, with little bigger dots and little dots. Do you remember dotted Swiss stockings? I don't know if they sell those anymore, but I used to have a pair. I liked them a lot. They were really cute. I had a polka dot dress, and I wore the polka dot dotted Swiss stockings and those spectator pump shoes. Right. Oh, those were the days when I actually, you know, dressed up and wore shoes that had heels and stuff on them. So, all right. Well, that's probably enough silliness for her and what she's wearing and her motorcycle. Let's write something out to the side here. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be able to get the paint pen to work or not. So maybe I'll write it in the roller ball and the jelly roll first, and then go over it with the paint pen if we can. All right, so we'll do the quickest way out is through. And that's not even showing up. Okay, let's try a heavier black marker then. Okay, that's gonna show up. Should have started over a little bit more, huh? The quickest way out is all right. Let's see if we can darken that up a little bit. Grab a different one. As usual, I can't manage to talk and write or draw. And maybe we'll try to get the paint pen to outline this. That would be good. This way out is through. Okay, let's see if we can get that paint pen to work long enough. Give it a good shake. Yeah. Doesn't seem to want to work with me here. All right. Will the jelly roll work at all? I know it didn't really show up as lettering, but okay, this is frustrating, isn't it? All right, let's see. I do have the fatter pens, and sometimes they work. We'll try the white one. We have more luck with it than most of them, so. Oh, there we go. Should have gotten that one to start with, huh? That's what I'm looking for. Just trying to get some fun little lettering here. Got a little close to the edge with the quickest here, though. So, alas, I probably should have spaced it. All right. Every time I think I can just kind of eyeball it, it doesn't work for me. But it's just my little encouragement journal, so it's not like, it's not like it's high art or it's going to be on display in a museum and people are going to go, oh my gosh, look at that. Her lettering is uneven. Boy, I can't believe this one is working so well today. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So I wonder if we can go back over here and, clean up some of these little dots that were just so bad. That's a thought. I mean, I do like, how fine the other one is. The tip is a lot finer. So it's nice to have the smaller lines, but, it's also nice to have the really opaque, because it's, very much more startling here, much more interesting, I think. That looks a little better. That looks a lot better, actually. A lot better. A lot better. Yeah. Clean up some of my sketchy little lines here. I mean, I don't mind sketchy lines, but was it really what I was going for? I was kind of hoping for something a little nicer. So, we'll just take this opportunity to make them a little nicer. Guess I should have gotten this one out to start with. Although if I had, it probably would not have worked and I would have ended up getting the other one out. Whichever one I chose. I seem to be having kind of a Murphy's Law day, so that's probably what would have happened. So it might not have worked that way. That looks better, doesn't it? Put a little bit of outlining on the seat here. Maybe add a little to the headlight. There we go. Okay. I think so. I think that looks better. I'm glad this one decided to work, and we kind of got the writing on there. I think that helped it a lot. There we go. Just looking to see. Maybe want to do just a little of the white outline on her dress, since we did this part up here. There we go. All right. Okay. I think we're going to call that one quits before I start having a coughing fit, although it does seem like my voice has gotten a little better as we're going, so that's probably good. Please give me a thumbs up, give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. Every time I get a like or a comment, you know, it helps me move up in the algorithm with YouTube. So I'd really appreciate any likes or comments you can throw my way. If you've enjoyed today's or you'd like to see some more of the Motivational Mondays, please be sure to subscribe. Until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.